We're not sadomasochists. We're not here to beat ourselves up or self-flagellate, because in those cases, we're getting into either depression and or pride, funny enough, where I'm going to be the most virtuous person ever. So that suffering is taken on voluntarily, and it's meant to be little things that will make life a little more difficult, but it acts as that building block in that journey back to God. So that is the key difference. The world sees suffering as a glitch in the system, and Christ sees it as a doorway. St. Isaac the Syrian said, "The man who has never tasted suffering will never be able to understand the sweetness of rest." And also, without tribulation, the soul cannot be healed.
And that hits quite hard because we live in a culture that wants the healing, but not the fire that brings the healing. We want growth without any groaning, resurrection without the crucifixion. But that's not how the saints lived. And that's not what the church teaches.
Nor is what we were promised. We were not told that life was going to be easy. We were told to pick up our cross and follow him. So if we think about that, we can see that lived out in the lives of the Desert Fathers. These were not men living in ideal conditions. They were in caves, in scorching heat, exposed to the elements, and yet they weren't bitter. They voluntarily embraced suffering to train their wills. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to go out and live in the desert, nor do you have to live on a pillar for years and years. But it's an example for how suffering can become that crucible, redeeming flame.